What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Market Speaks. So, today's episode is gonna be about what's been happening so far. So, y'all basically shooting the shit with me right now. Y'all basically hanging out. So, this is what I want to say before I start. I'm not liable for anything that I say because I've been drinking. So, everybody drink responsibly and let's get into it. So, the news today has been chock full of a whole lot of stuff, and our favorite NBA player, Dwayne Wade, has been in the news for quite some time now. So, Dwayne Wade has been doing like a press tour, I guess, talking about his, I think he has like a movie or something coming out, or like a documentary coming out on ESPN about his, his career in the NBA, his childhood, and I'm guessing like fatherhood. So, along with this press tour, he comes out and tells everybody that his son, or his daughter now, is transgender, or his daughter, or whatever the fuck, his son, or I don't know what the fuck to call this little boy or this little girl. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not liable for what I say tonight because I've been drinking. So, so his daughter, basically told him that he feels as though that she's a girl, and she's known since she's been 3 years old. How this happened, I don't know. It's none of my damn business. It's nothing that I can really talk about because, as far as like the transgender thing, like I don't know. Like I don't know at all. Like what this child's feeling right now, but it was one person that felt differently than everybody else. Let's take a look.
I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything, at 16 and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How you gonna... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog.
So you basically had Lil Boozy pleading to Dwayne Wade to not, do some drastic stuff as far as his daughter goes. And I can understand where Boozy is coming from, because Boozy is basically trying to plead with D Wade to say, like, look, man, like, you don't know where your child's head is at right now, and Me personally, I blame the culture of today. And I know I talk about this group a lot. They might come up in all of my videos or something like that, but it's this LGBTQ plus community that has infiltrated basically this country, because they're basically so if you look on television, there's LGBTQ community representation, which in a way, okay, everybody needs some type of representation in music, television, news media, and so on and so forth. So what has happened within the past couple years is that it's everywhere. Like, it's every fucking where. So as far as what I know, they're teaching it in schools too. Now, we don't have a positive notion if it is being taught in schools, but if it is, like, the parent has no type of information of what's going on, what they're teaching. So for Dwayne Wade's son to, tell him that he feels like a girl, he's known since he's been 3 years old that he identifies as a girl, and for a father to back, his son on this, or his daughter now, it's caused quite a stir within the black community, because a certain person of interest that I've spoke on before, Dr. Umar Johnson, also had this to say.
To come at this from a clinician standpoint. I want to come at this from a clinician's standpoint. I want to come at this from a clinician's standpoint. If I were giving a clinical interview, to the parents of a young man who is 12 years of age, who believes he has made a decision that he wants to transform away from the man that God made him to be, and he wants to live his life as a woman. He wants to go from being an organic male to a fabricated female. He wants to go from an organic male to a fabricated female. What would my clinical interview consist of? First of all, I would ask the parents, is there any history whatsoever? Is there any history whatsoever of your son having been violated? And the reason my first question of the clinical interview for black parents of children the age of 12, prepubescent babies who want to transform into the opposite gender that they were born, my first question, is there any evidence that the child may have been violated? Why is that my question? As a certified school psychologist of 20 years, a doctor of clinical psychology, a therapist for more than 20 years, most of the black boys I have worked with, I'm not giving you research from the white university. I'm not even giving you research from a black university. I'm giving you hands-on, face-to-face, on the ground, boots-laced experience as a therapist. Most of the boys I know who either opt for same-sex relationships or a transgender makeover were touched. Most of the ones I have met over my 20-year career have been touched. 12-year-old children in our community do not make adult decisions that cannot be reversed. I always tell parents in my parenting classes, and if you want to bring Dr. Umar to your city for a parenting class, let me know. I always tell parents in a parenting class, rule number 1, you never let your child make decisions as a child that they can't change as an adult. Never let your child make decisions as a child that they cannot change as an adult. You don't get to choose to be a teenage mother. You don't get to choose if you're going to sell drugs in his house. You don't get to choose if you're going to go to school in his house. You don't get to choose if you're going to become a transgender at 12. You don't get to choose that. I am your parent, and it is my responsibility. I am your parent, and it is my responsibility to raise you as I believe you should. If you disagree when you become an adult, you can do what you want, but under this roof, we will do things a certain way. What if he becomes, let's say he goes through this transformation, and I don't know if he's under hormone replacement therapy or not. I don't know if he's under hormone replacement therapy or not. I don't know if he's under hormone replacement therapy or not. But if he's under hormone replacement and he starts getting breasts, and I don't know that this is true, and this could apply to anybody's child, and he's getting breasts and buttocks and hips and voice alteration, okay? And genital transformations, that won't be easy to change. What if he runs into Dr. Umar Johnson when he's 25 and gets conscious? What if he runs into Dr. Umar Johnson when he's 25 and he gets conscious, and then he gets angry at his parents because I should have never been allowed to transform my gender at 12 years old. I should have never been allowed to transform my gender at 12 years old. I should have never been allowed to transform my gender at 12 years old. 12-year-olds should not be making decisions like that. Because if he gets older and a young man decides that was a bad decision, a child can grow to hate their parents for being allowed to make adult decisions. And that's why y'all have to stop that. Y'all have to stop that. Y'all have to stop that, brothers and sisters. My biggest concern is the age of the child. My biggest concern is the age of the child. Now, the painting of the fingernails and wearing the high heels and all this other stereotypically effeminate behavior, that's only skin deep. I don't appreciate it, but that's only skin deep. That's not the main issue here. That's not the main issue here. The fingernails and the high, that's actors do that. Actors will do that. That's not my issue. Because you can be effeminate and not be transgender. See, it's one thing to like other men. It's another thing to want to live as a woman. That's a whole nother hop, skip, and a jump further. It's one thing to be attracted to men. It's something else to want to be a woman. That's a whole nother hop, skip, and a jump further. Now, if he just wanted to be gay, that's one thing. If he just wanted to be gay, that's one thing. Do I support it? No, but that's one thing. We ain't dealing with homosexuality. This is transgenderism. This is not a 12-year-old gay boy. This is a 12-year-old boy who wants to be a woman. When you're 12 and 13, you still finding yourself. There's no way in hell at 12 and 13. There's no way in hell at 12 and 13 you're going to wake up and say, I want to be a woman. I never had that thought. Most of you never had that thought. Not at no 12 and 13. Now, you might decide to do it at 25 for attention reasons, psychological disturbance reasons, emotional instability reasons. Maybe you want some extra attention like Bruce Jenner or whoever the hell that guy was who became a woman. That's different. We're talking about a child. We're talking about a child. We're talking about a child at 12 making the decision that he wants to be a woman and having that decision supported by his father and stepmother. I'm concerned about that. It's the age, Dwayne and Gabrielle. It's just the age, y'all. I'm not hating on y'all. I'm not condemning y'all. I'm just saying I think y'all letting him move too quick, too soon. I think y'all letting him move too quick, too soon.
So, as you can see, he basically said himself that he doesn't know if the child's going through any type of hormone treatment and stuff like that. But I think between the two of them, of Little Boosie and Dr. Umar Johnson, that their claims are valid. Basically, it's them basically saying that this child shouldn't be making adult decisions at 12 because you don't know who you are at that age. No one knows who they are at that age. So I would basically have to say with that is it's like what's going on in the house? Like, what's Dwayne Wade going through? Like, or what was he going through? Or there's some type of trauma stem from this because the child isn't in the mother's care. As we know, Dwayne Wade is married to Gabrielle Union, and from what we know, Dwayne Wade had a dirty fight when it came to getting his children from his ex-wife. And I don't know, like it's weird because with certain like certain family structures, it comes to like where a woman has a child but it didn't work out with, or a man has a child and it doesn't work out with the other significant other, so one party tries to get the kids because of financial reasons of them basically having the means of taking care of the child, and whatever party gets the child. So this is one of those ways that we see where Dwayne Wade gets his children, and he just had a child with Gabrielle Union, which I didn't think that they would ever have a child together because of her being so, I think she's at least 10 years older than Dwayne Wade. Plus, she has her own demons that she deals with, so, in her past that she deals with. But the main focus today is what makes this a talkable topic about like parenting and how we should rear children and what we should do to try to protect children. Because as you can see, or if you looked at the one video I made, what you didn't know about pedophilia, I brought up a little boy. I think his name is the Amazing Desmond, or Desmond is Amazing, or something like that. And I spoke about how the parents basically had their child basically just chilling with these transgender women that are possibly pedophiles, hanging around guys that, I don't know if they're gay or if they're straight, I'm not sure. That one of the guys was like an artist where he made like these terrible paintings that had a lot of pedophilic overtones to it. But what I want to say about that is, I feel like Dwayne Wade is putting his son out on the chopping block to basically be out there in a way that he shouldn't be promoting his own child. Because, okay, I understand you went on, Ellen's show or whatever, and you spoke about your life and what you went through, but what I'm not understanding is why are you making your press run for your documentary to focus on what your child's going through? Like, I understand like what you're doing, but this is your time to shine, because you had a wonderful career within the NBA. You play with a lot of wonderful players such as LeBron and Chris Bosh. You won 3 titles. So, I understand that there's another side to your life, and that's your family, but this is basically about you. This is your career, about your career, your upbringing, what got you to where you were, and what you accomplished within your career. Now, I understand parenting goes within that, but I don't feel as though that your child coming out is a good thing to be promoting right now, because of the climate of where we're at in this world. And I don't really feel as though that you should be promoting your child the way that you are. And it's I'm saying, how you doing it, you basically see, or you basically envision what you're doing to be something good. And as a parent, I'm not knocking you, and I don't know if this is a good thing, but if it turns out well, then cool. But I think you should be kind of like letting off of what you're doing when it comes to your newly found daughter that you have. And that's basically all I have to say about that. But to have a ending commentary on it, just look at it, what you're doing, and look at how you're doing it, and try to modify how to promote it next time, I guess. But it's your child. You do what you want, and any of us YouTubers or media people don't have a say-so on how you rear your children, but just look at what you had to go through when you were growing up. That's all I have to say with that. So, within the past couple weeks, one of my favorite orators, scholars, all around good brothers, Dr. Umar Johnson. So if y'all remember my video about Dr. Umar Johnson, I basically made a video. Basically, the message was, and I try to convey some type of message with all of my videos, but the basic message that I was trying to convey was the brother's misunderstood, and he shouldn't be doing what he's doing, or what he's trying to accomplish. He shouldn't be doing it in the way that he's doing it. And my basic overview of how I felt about the situation was that I really didn't appreciate how he took to social media to further his cause, but the downside to it was that it made him look like a fool. So he recently, because it's been a lot of his haters making countless videos, and y'all can look this up on YouTube, where they just basically bash him every day. It's like between, I think it's like 10 to 12 names. Like, they all make countless videos of him on a daily basis, and usually they're making like 9 videos a day, and it's ridiculous. So recently, he just came out and got everybody's like information, where they live, their job addresses, and what their real names are behind their YouTube personas. So I'm gonna let y'all look at this right here. Take a look at this.
There are 4 individuals who need to be shut down. They have consistently tried to sabotage and destroy my work. And I'm not talking about videos. I am not talking about YouTube videos. These 4 individuals have taken it upon themselves to contact every single place that I speak at and try to get the event canceled. Not only do they contact every single place I speak at in an attempt to get the event canceled, they do so by spreading fallacious lies about who I am and what I do. They're telling people that I smoke crack, that I went to jail for selling crack, that I went to jail for smoking crack, that I'm not allowed to be around children, that I don't have degrees, that I hate homosexuals, I hate police. These are some of the things that they're saying. It is absolutely ridiculous, but these 4 individuals have went too far. Some of you are good at research. I need their home address and I need their job address, and I'm going to give you their names. One of them is William Clay. He is based in the Washington, D.C., Maryland area. His name is William Clay. If you go on YouTube and type in William Clay, you're going to get videos on school to prison pipeline. You're going to get videos on post-traumatic school disorder, which is a concept that Dr. Umar Johnson invented. It is a concept that Dr. Umar Johnson invented. He stole my idea and wrote a book. He stole my idea and wrote a book. And he does seminars on the exact same topics that I do. Does he have a doctorate? I don't know. Is he a certified school psychologist? No, he is not. No, he is not. No, he is not. William Clay on YouTube. He's another one of those wannabe Umar people. They want to be me. They want to do me. This Negro contacted the church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I was supposed to speak on February the 23rd. He contacted the AME church in Tulsa. The pastor didn't pay him any mind, so he went to the bishop. He told the bishop that I sell drugs. I went to jail for doing drugs. There's videos of me smoking crack. This is what William Clay did. I need this motherfucker's address. I need this motherfucker's address. I'm going to go see him this weekend. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Find Willie Clay's address. Find out where he worked. I'm going to see him when I get to DC this weekend. I'm not playing no fucking games no more. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. No more games. Find William Clay's address. And when you go to his website, I don't know the website, but he has a website. I tried to find the website. But I can't find it. If you go to his website, he has my videos on his website. He's using my material to advertise his website, but he's trying to sabotage all of my speaking engagements. William Clay, a wannabe Dr. Umar Johnson. William Clay, a wannabe Dr. Umar Johnson. Enough is enough. Find his address, please, and get that shit to me. He's number one. Number two is homosexual Gerald Palmer, based in Kansas City. He's a reverend. He's not a real reverend. He doesn't have a church. He doesn't have a congregation. He's another one. You can find him on YouTube, Gerald Palmer. He calls himself Reverend Gerald. But he's not a reverend. He's another wannabe person who ain't got shit going for himself except trying to take me down. Find that coward's address, work or home. Find it. I'm pulling up on him. Mukasa, Africa. He's been hiding out lately, but he started the whole shit. He a little bitch ass nigga from Philly who used to work at the same charter school, Keppera Charter School. Okay? Find that bitch ass nigga because he started this. He started the whole thing 5 years ago. I think he's in the DC area. Mukasa, Africa. I haven't forgotten about you. Okay? I'ma see your bitch ass. Okay? And another one is Andrea Stewart. She's the one on YouTube, Anti-Afro Svengali. Anti-Afro Svengali. She's in California. I want to pull up on her when I go out to Cali next month for the parent training. Those are the four people I need. William Clay of the DC area, Mukasa, Africa, who was in Philly, but I think he's in the DC area. Okay? So-called Reverend Gerald Palmer, he's in the Kansas City area. Andrea Stewart, who is in the California area. And I want to give you one more. Lenore Honor. I'm tired of this bitch nigga too. This is the weak ass dude who got nothing but YouTube videos about me on YouTube. LENORHONOR. I had enough of him too. I don't know where he lived. I don't know what city he in. Find out where these 5 people are. Please find out where these 5 people are. This shit is going to end right now. There is one thing to make videos. Monty Woodgrain, I'ma fuck him up too. So if you could get Monty's address, it's time for me to see Monty too. I've been as patient as I can be, and I'm tired of this shit. And let me also say this. For those of y'all who claim to be supporters, if you send me bullshit from these motherfuckers, I'ma block you. You are not a supporter getting your fucking rocks and kicks off watching this bullshit that these people put out. It's not funny to me. You send me another video claiming you a supporter, I'ma block your ass. Because why you watching that bullshit if you claim to be about black children? Monty Woodgrain, I'm in your ass. Lenore Honor, I'm in your ass. William Clay, I'm in your ass. Gerald Palmer, I'm in your ass. Anti-Svengali, I'm in your ass. In Mukasa, Africa, I'm in your ass. Fuck court. Fuck the court. I want Mukasa, Africa's address. I'ma find that little bitch. Monty Woodgrain, Lenore Honor, Gerald Palmer, William Clay. Now, out of all of them, William Clay and Gerald Palmer are the main ones trying to get the event shut down. William Clay and Gerald Palmer are the main ones trying to get my event shut down. Why would you sabotage a training for black parents? Why would you sabotage a training for black parents? Why would you sabotage a training for black parents? I'm out here trying to help our people and our children. It's not my fault using nobody. It's not my fault you's a loser. It's not my fault you tried to be a speaker and failed. It's not my fault you never got your doctorate. It's not my fault you don't have my stature. It's not my fault you don't have my platform. It's not my fault that the only way you can get attention is by slandering somebody. It's not my fault people are not interested in flying you around the world to speak. It's not my fault you are not me. But I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. William Clay, Gerald Palmer, Mukasa Africa, Lenore Honor, Monty Woodgrain, Andrea Stewart. I need home addresses. I need job addresses. Find these 6 people for me, please. I'm out.
So, my man named everybody that is a person that is against him and what he's trying to do. So, Dr. Umar, like I said, is in my Umar video, he's trying to develop a school for black boys. And he's bought the building. He purchased the property for it, and he's just trying to get everything together from what I understand, this year's school year, for the 2020 school year, when it comes back up. And he needs more donations to further that venture. But like these haters, they basically are just like, they're like pitted against him. Like, they really don't like what he's doing. They really don't care like what he says, because they feel like he's scamming people. Now, me personally, I don't know if he is. You can check out a few videos of his the people that support him, and I'm pretty sure it's more people on YouTube that support him. So I've been in the chat rooms of these people. One guy is D Darrell, and another person is C Rock Smooth. They basically they advocate for him, and they they're all around just like people that support what Dr. Umar is doing. So Dr. Umar basically is a like I said, he's an all around good person. What he's trying to do with with the school, and what he wants to accomplish. So I suggest anybody that watches me to go to his supporters channels and look at their videos. I know D Darrell has had several debates, and he's had panels speaking about what the move should be with Dr. Umar's school, and what just basically stating how they can help like Dr. Umar. But what I want to say with Dr. Umar, with his video where he was basically getting everybody's information, brother, please don't do nothing dumb. Don't let your followers do nothing stupid. I really feel as though that this is sort of kind of history repeating itself with you, with just like Malcolm X, and I'll get into some with Malcolm X later. But this is kind of like how Malcolm X's demise happened. He had people that was against him, and he saw his demise by a ploy against his life. And I don't want nothing like that to happen to him, because like Dr. Umar basically has a blueprint on how to counteract what's been happening to the black man of America. And I feel like his whole school idea is something that's positive. And any of my viewers who want to donate to him, go right ahead, like donate to him. You can find all this information through either his Facebook or his Instagram, or I think he has a Twitter maybe. But you can see all of his information that he has about his endeavors and his ventures to help further his cause. So my message to you, Dr. Umar, with the video, please don't let nothing crazy happen to where you get thrown in jail behind something that somebody else did because of how you feel about certain haters of yours. So that's my message to you, Dr. Umar. So with Malcolm X, there's a documentary on Netflix, and it's called Who Killed Malcolm X? And I'll give y'all the short version of the 6-part series that they have on there. But within the whole thing, it's a guy, and I'm slipping on his name right now, where he basically, it's his documentary. He's basically giving us information on how Malcolm X came to the Nation of Islam, and then how he exited the Nation of Islam and all of his endeavors afterwards, which is with Muslim Mosque Incorporated. So the documentary is basically this. It's this man trying to figure out all the information on how, why, and who killed Malcolm X. And the how is who basically plotted against him. The how is like, how did it happen? Like, what was orchestrated to make everything to basically make everything happen? Like what was the machine behind everything that got the gears turned? And the who is who are the people that killed him. So basically, or who was behind killing Malcolm X. So you'll see in the documentary, if you watch it, it's right on Netflix, how he, like how he split from the Nation of Islam, like how he came into the Nation of Islam, how he split, and like everything afterwards. And basically this man is basically going through the ringer with either old Nation of Islam members or people who knew Malcolm X stuff, people who were around him. They interview a couple people that were either a follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad or friends with Malcolm X. And he basically has it in there where he interviews one of the guys that were involved. And with that, The guy basically says that he regrets his involvement. He wish he never did it, and now he has to catch up to his life that was taken away from him because of something that he was a part of. So I recommend anybody to watch this documentary. It's very educational. It's something that had to be made. Hopefully that there's a second part to this to where we can watch it and see if he makes his conclusion. If anything, if any more information comes out. But I recommend anybody to watch any of that documentary. Alright, so we've recently with like these hip hop artists, we've been losing a lot. So most recently this week we lost a rapper. I'm not sure where he's from. I'm not too familiar with his music. So we lost a up and coming rapper name of Pop Smoke, and from what we understand, it's claimed to be a hit, like it was a hit on his life, and it all stemmed from, I think he made like a live video where he probably didn't know that he accidentally like showed his address, and then like whoever made the hit on him saw fit to take this man's life. And we've been losing a lot of people lately, not only hip-hop artists. We've been losing, we lost Kobe, we just lost Jeanette Dubois from Good Times. She played Valona on Good Times. We just lost, and I'm slipping on this lady's name, but she was another black actress that played in a lot of stuff. But her last role that I remember her being in was she played Nat Turner's grandmother in what was that damn movie called? That Nat Turner movie. Birth of a Nation. So she played Nat Turner's grandmother in the beginning of Birth of a Nation. So we lost her, and like I said, I'm slipping on her name right now. We lost Pop Smoke. We lost Jeanette Dubois. We lost that actress, all in the same week. But a couple weeks back, we lost another rapper. I don't know if she's a SoundCloud rapper or if she's like well known, but it's the name of Lexi Alege. We lost her. Some people are saying to drugs, or some people are saying it's accidental overdose of drugs and alcohol. But this really puts in perspective our the music that we listen to, what it promotes, what it has these artists these days to promote in their music and what they're going through. We just lost another rapper, I think last month, if not in December. We lost Juice WRLD, and he died from a drug overdose. So, and a lot of these people, these rappers, like Jeanette was, she was up there in age, the other actress was up there in age, but these rappers, Pop Smoke was 20. I think Lexi Alge was 21. I think Juice WRLD was 21. And we just lost we're losing all of these artists to senseless shit, such as either drug overdoses or killings or whatever. So like I kind of have like a list here of people that were hip hop artists that died. So the start of the list was Scott LaRock in 1987. He was 25. He's from New York City. He's from the Bronx. We got Paul C. 1989. He was 24. You got D-Boy Rodriguez. He was 22. He died in October of 1990. You got Charisma. He died in December 2000. December 1999. You have Stretch, November 30th, 1995. You have Seagram, 1996 of July. You have Tupac, September 13th, 1996. You got Yaki. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but it's Yaki's from Orange County, New Jersey, November 1996. You have Notorious B.I.G. March 9th, 1997, which that's coming up. You got Fat Pat, 1998 of February. Big L, February 15th, 1999. You have Freaky Ty, March 29th, 1999. You got Bugs, May of 1999. You got DJ Uncle Al, September 10th, 2021. You have Sabotage, 2013. You got Camouflage, 2003. You have Half a Mil, 2003. Soulja Slim, 2003. Mac Drake, 2004. Blade Icewood, 2005. Proof, 2006. Big Hulk, 2006. VL Mike, 2008. Dollar, 2009. Lele, 2010. Magnolia Shorty, 2010. Bad News Brown, 2011. Aiden Zapata, 2012. Low Fat, 2012. MC Desolate, 2013. You have Dope B, 2013. You have Jacka, 2015. Flabba, 2015. You got Chinks Drugs, 2015. Bankroll Fresh, 2006. 32, 2006. XXX Testacion. Which the irony of XX Testacion's death. An ex of mine was in Miami waiting to go on a cruise the day that I dropped her off at the airport. It happened later on that day after I dropped her off at the BWI airport, and it happened the day of, I think, like a couple hours before me and her spoke after she had woke up. So that was kind of crazy that I had read that, spoke to her, told her about it, but at the same time I'm telling her about it, she's telling me about it. So I think that was kind of strange and kind of weird that we both brought that up at the same time. So the last few are Jimmy Wapo, 2018, Young Greatness, 2018, Kevin Fred, 2019, Nipsey Hussle, March 31st, 2019, which probably a week after I found that out, I made my first episode, which was April 4th. So yeah, that was crazy. And then, like I said, Pop Smoke died February 19th of 2020. So, like, I really feel as though that these deaths have been very senseless, and all of those deaths have been senseless of how they come about, and the stuff that people go through. So I don't want to keep making these types of videos where I'm basically talking about a death of someone, because I know death is very sad to people. But I want you guys to look at death like this. Instead of you thinking that, thinking of their death, just think of their transition, of how they transition to the next part of life. So that's all I have to say about that today. In this video, I would like everybody to have a nice day. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I hope anything good that happens to you happens, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. What's up? If you're a newcomer to this channel, please like, comment, and share this video. Don't be afraid to subscribe too. If you're already a part of the channel, please share the video content on this channel. If you want to know any of my social media information, I'll show them on the screen right now. You know my motto, I'm trying to save one relationship at a time and one mind at a time.